Hi guys, Tracy Taylor here from Taylor Made Transformations. Today I wanted to dive a little bit more into the parenting thing, but in a different way. I want to talk a little bit about nurturing your relationship as a couple. I see a lot of coaching clients. A lot of my clients are divorced, but I do have some married clients, but most of my clients are divorced. But I see a lot of married people as well, not nurturing that relationship. They feel that because they have kids, that their kids should come before the relationship. And this is where I really think a lot of couples go wrong. Sure, kids' needs come first to a degree, especially when the kids are little and can't fend for themselves. But when we're talking kids that get upwards of 8, 9, 10 years old, and they're able to do some things for themselves, you're able to get a sitter. You know, I mean, date nights are a debatable thing as far as what you can afford. I mean, it doesn't have to be expensive, but obviously if you have to hire somebody to come in and watch your kids, if you don't have family or what, it can get expensive. But I do think it's very important to still try and connect as a couple. And I think this is where a lot of couples go wrong, is that they don't put their relationship before the kids. You had that relationship before you had kids. The kids are what, because of your relationship, the kids came. And when the kids leave, you still have that relationship. And if you don't keep that bond and that growth, that path of growth together, when the kids leave, you don't know who the other one is anymore. And then you find out sometimes you don't really like that person anymore. Or you don't have anything in common with that person anymore. You don't feel connected to that person anymore. And it's because you've not kept that open chain of communication and shared your life with that person the way you did before the kids. And I see this happen a lot with parents, and unfortunately, is that they just do not put their relationship first, and then they wonder why their relationship fails. Now, granted, this isn't why, people always get divorced. I mean, but this is definitely one reason. And then I see a lot of people who, after they get divorced, there's this level of guilt. And that's going to probably be a topic for another video where we'll talk more about that. But I see this level of guilt in a lot of divorced parents, predominantly male, the guys, but women too. And then what happens with this level of guilt is that your kids become your entire life, and you do not give precedence to having a relationship. So then you end up again in your 50s, late 50s, or what, your kids are out of the house and you have no life because you carried that same tradition into your divorce life too. And I'm not saying that you should date and leave your kids alone and stuff all the time, but if you want to have a relationship, that's something you need. First of all, you need to decide how important it is to you to have a relationship again. And if it's very important to you to have that, then you need to put that as a priority, because the bottom line is that you're raising kids to leave you, to be independent, contributing members of society that know how to fulfill their own needs, help fulfill others' needs. That's what we're raising our kids for. Not to still need us when they're 27 years old. You need to have a life, and if you can't go through this period of having no one or nothing in your life, and then your kids leave and expect your life to be fulfilled or filled with people, because it doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take a long time to rebuild that. If you're fine with that, then accept it. But I see a lot of coaching clients, they're not fine with it. But the thing is that's what the actions that they made or took at the time have left them with those consequences. So my first piece of advice to you is, if you're divorced, decide how important having someone in your life is. Only you can answer that. But if it's very important, you need to definitely make the steps for that person and put that person as a place of prominence in your life. And if you're married and you're not doing that, really take a good look at that and try and get some date nights and maybe, coffee breaks, lunch dates. There's a ton of different things you can do married, because once you stop reconnecting, that's when all hell breaks loose. So I hope that helps somebody, and have a great day.